Charles Manson, 36, chose a house at random, tied up the family at gunpoint, then ordered his followers to go inside and commit ritual slaughter.
Feelings towards everything. I feel no bad. I know no bad. Open them. I'm not against you. Huh?
Are you bitter?
Bitter? No. No.
I have a question. Are you guilty of any murders? Are you guilty of plotting any murders?
I killed a chicken once.
Any human beings?
No, no.
You're absolutely innocent of any conspiracy to commit murder or telling anyone to commit murder or planning it?
I'll plead guilty to the Indians.
Do you still live principally in Memphis? About half the time. Yeah, half the time. Half the time in L.A. Half the time in L.A.
Elvis told the Memphis Mafia guys that he doesn't want somebody smiling on TV saying, "I killed Elvis Presley." He says, if something ever happens to me, I want you to take them out yourself before the police can get to them. I want you to gouge out their eyes and you deal with it, okay? That was his instructions to the Memphis Mafia if something like that ever were to happen.
Salad, carry it home.
What's up, guys? Welcome to this video here on Elvis is the Man. I want to bring to you a pretty interesting topic and how Elvis dealt with the Charles Manson murders. So this took place in 1969, just as Elvis was doing his comeback in Las Vegas. And it didn't like really, I wouldn't say he was like super scared of it, but he definitely took some precautions. He thought that, you know, with the assassinations of like Martin Luther King in his hometown in 1968, Memphis, with Robert Kennedy and JFK earlier in the 60s, Elvis thought, like, if these people can go down, you know, Elvis thought he was the biggest name, and he really was, so why wouldn't some type of suspect looking for some fame try to go after Elvis? That's what his thinking was. So he took some interesting measures to ensure that he was kept safe and that nothing would happen to him. Here's a few of the things Elvis did in the 60s, particularly during the Charles Manson incidents. So Elvis was big into guns. He was definitely a Second Amendment type guy. And one of the things that he had was he had all the Memphis Mafia members carry guns. They had to be carrying at all times. And Elvis himself carried. So he had to make sure that all his people had guns on them. There was guns in the house, easy access to them. Later in the 60s, bars were put on the windows over Graceland. You know, those black bars that you see now, they weren't there originally. Elvis had them put in for security. Elvis had a house in Beverly Hills on Hillcrest, and when Lisa was born, he had an electric security fence put up there. Elvis carried all the time, particularly in the early 70s. He had guns pretty much everywhere. He would have them in his boots. Even when he would be on stage, he'd have them in his boots, small ones. He'd have them in his belt, in his vest if he had a vest, under his jacket. Elvis was always carrying. Later on in the 70s, Elvis had security cameras placed all around. He had surveillance in his home and in his bedroom, so he could always see what was going on all over Graceland. Elvis told the Memphis Mafia guys that he doesn't want somebody smiling on TV saying, "I killed Elvis Presley." He says, if something ever happens to me, I want you to take him out yourself before the police can get to him. I want you to gouge out their eyes and you deal with it, okay? That was his instructions to the Memphis Mafia if something like that ever were to happen.
Goddamn neck. Want to shake my hand or fine. You want to get tough, I'll whoop his ass.
If you guys are interested in other details and facts regarding this type of issue, I made a video on the night 4 men jumped on stage when Elvis was in Vegas and attacked him. And also I have the audio of that in these 2 videos here. So check them out if you're interested in further info regarding Elvis and his safety. We'll talk to you guys next time.